Now the contemporary popular. What is this contemporary popular? Now through the years, through the time we have come, post 2000 we are trying to cover, and we will be also dealing with celebrity stars and celebrity culture. We see post 2000 there was a rise of the upper middle class, and therefore the idea of going on a vacation became very predominant with the films like Dil Chahta Hai, you know, trying to go on a vacation to Goa with friends. So this idea changed the avenue of popular cinema. Experimental films, well, they also came and they were also popular, like Raincoat, Rang De Basanti, Wake Up Sid, Tare Zameen Par. Though they were low budget films, but then it did really well in the terms of numbers. And then few other low budget films with a diverse theme were Hazaro Khwaishein Aisi, Black, Vicky Donor and Kahani. Another set of films, which recreated the violent era were Gangs of Wasseypur, Sahib Biwi Gangster. While Bahubali had a huge fan following and did really well, Pan India, offered more nuanced portrayal of women. But as compared to KGF and Arjun Reddy, again when we are talking about contemporary films and the contemporary popular, we see that they have been critiqued for the representation of women to be very stereotypical in nature. They are just like the supporting romantic roles. Now, analyzing these films from the lens of women representation highlights that there is need for more diverse and empowering roles for women in Indian cinema. Though they have attempted, most often we see the empowering roles in biopics. So, we have few biopics where we see that women have played significantly important roles without needing a support of a superstar. For example, Mary Com, then we have Sanya, then we have other films, biopics like No One Killed Jessica, etc. Then came the era of OTT. Now OTT came in 2012 in India with Ditto TV, which was a subsidiary of Z. But until and unless the arrival of Amazon and Amazon Prime and Netflix, people did not actually address OTT as it is addressed now. So for a very long time, OTT was there but did not constantly was producing very good content. And what happened in during pandemic is quite remarkable. So it was pandemic which reintroduced OTT and the content, the kind of content they were making to the Indian audience. And with OTT, content became the king. So content is king in the OTT platform. With that, we also see the A-lister film actors coming into the OTT. Initially, it was web series. Web series were basically dominated by the soap opera actors and mainly new actors who wanted to make it big to the films. So therefore, now with the change in 2023 and 2024, we significantly see a change and shift where the A-listers are joining these OTT platforms for the release of the films. Now the first Indian film to release in OTT was Shirley, and it also marked a significant shift in the distribution model. Now this we'll be talking about in OTT chapter. Therefore, I am not elaborating on it here. Certain trends have emerged from OTT, and one such is the angry young man. Other than the content is king, we have films like we have archetypes like Arjun Reddy, Kabir Singh and KGF. And again, the return of the rise of the what we call as pan-Indian films has been witnessed in the contemporary popular cinema or time. So according to Vogue 2020, witnessed a release of 22 Indian OTT films featuring A-listers like Deepika Padukone, Ajay Devgan and Anushka Sharma. So Deepika Padukone's film got released in OTT, then there was Ajay Devgan and then again Anushka Sharma. In 2020, 3, we see Kareena Kapoor making an entry in the OTT space with films like Jaane Jaan. We also saw Darlings, which featured Alia Bhatt. So, we now can say that there is no boundary. It's a stage where democratization is happening. Democratization is a term which is used in celebrity culture, and we can also witness it in the larger paradigm of what we call as Indian cinema today. Overall, the OTT film landscape is evolving with a strong emphasis on quality storytelling. So, the basic idea of OTT now has become quality storytelling. Diverse content, also regional and vernacular content are coming up nowadays in these platforms and making it huge and big. Integration of renowned actors, as I just mentioned, of Deepika Padukone and Alia Bhatt and again Kareena Kapoor. Dynamics change is reshaping the Indian film industry in response to digital platform and shifting audience preference. So, the audience preference has taken a turn. So, we can witness the shift from what we earlier used to call that no, we cannot see the stars in small TVs. We always want to see the stars in big theater halls. Even the stars had the similar kind of ideas that they don't want to come and be very inclusive. They wanted to be exclusive. But that demarcation has been now removed with the coming up of OTT. Today, we will discuss celebrity studies, which is part and parcel of celebrity culture. Celebrity studies have manifested itself in different ways. Few of them are studies of renown. Then we have star bodies, philanthropy, desecration of celebrity, and celebrity suffering memoirs. So, these all kind of constitute celebrity studies. As the name states, studies of renown is nothing but the study of the people who have now become renowned because of maybe their art, maybe because of the talent that they have, or maybe because of being a sports person. Philanthropy by Rojek is a term which basically comes from celebrity and philanthropy. And then we have celebrity suffering memoirs, which are in a way selling their suffering and becoming celebrities. And then we see that according to Eliot and Boyd, contemporary celebrities that we see as of today transform and reinvent themselves within seconds, within time, and the ways that they are using are actually very inauthentic, very unethical. So, in order to become famous, in order to become a celebrity, they are kind of celebrating and endorsing a culture of inauthenticity. Now, Chris Rojek says that they use, so how to locate these contemporary celebrities, key indicators that he says is parody, pastiche and sudden transformation. These are the key indicators as to become a contemporary celebrity. Now, Turner discusses democratization. Now, democratization is very important. It is a democratic turn which which the celebrities or a platform where celebrities come has taken. Now, through democratization, what happens basically is that a celebrity is a celebrity because of certain reasons, and those reasons are nothing but the traditional way they use, like to be in the limelight, to be in the presence as media, as entertainment, as sports, etc. Now, this demotic turn has brought in more inclusivity. This inclusivity now brings in the influencer celebrities or the contemporary celebrities and to cross over domains. So, now what we call as influencer celebrities are becoming actors, becoming musicians, becoming other celebrities of the traditional norm, whereas these traditional celebrities are also venturing into the kind of influencer celebrity. For example, Farah Khan, who is a renowned choreographer and a director, has now started her own YouTube channel, and it is garnering a lot of attention. So she is venturing into this influencer celebrity, whereas people like Prajakta Kohli, who started with YouTube channels, are now getting roles in films. So we see this democratization, the demotic turn that has taken place, which has been termed by Turner. And then the democratization can be conceived in two ways. So how we can see that the democratization takes place? One is by the virtue of the public renown. Okay, what is the virtue of the traditional celebrity? And the actions that they perform, they thrive upon their celebrity status, and their status as celebrity helps them to work for a cause. So, for example, someone wants to work for UNICEF. Because of this celebrity status, it becomes easy for them to work for a cause, and their followers, their fans will eventually like them even more. And also, if it is it is like to generate some monetary help, the fans and the followers will contribute. So it is like working for a larger cause. On the contrary, the second one, as to bringing in the discussion of democratization, how it is conceived is, uh, a person who does not intend to, make a change, but to become a celebrity, but indeed is just trying to do the work. And in that instance, he or she transforms into a celebrity. For example, there was a boy who captured a video and about the health drinks, and these health drinks contained a lot of sugar. He was calling out these companies, and the companies sent a legal notice to this boy, and he couldn't answer to the he couldn't respond to uh, the court. So on his behalf, there were many scientists and doctors who came up and who gave in return that the research shows that their company's products actually have a lot of sugar, and therefore they had to uh, cut down the amount of sugar used in their health drinks. And then he became an overnight sensation. So his hard work, his working for a cause kind of made him a celebrity. So these are the two ways where we see that how celebrities are made. What produces a celebrity? So the shift where you one day are someone, and then you are nobody, and then the next day you become somebody. It's a surge of interest that is taking place, and in them as in the person, we see that there are people believe in them. They are perceived as responsible acts, and it also kind of generates a Sele effect. Sele effects again come from two words, that is celebrity and affect. Now the theory of affect is basically hinging upon emotions. Now what kind of emotions that you can generate? So effect of the action, the work that you do kind of leaves an impact on the individual or the person who follows you, and therefore it is important. Now forms of democratization, one is celebrification, so grows from a set of cultural values, and celebrification as the valorization of particular values, and best we can see in the example of sports celebrities such as biopics, where celebrification is happening of that particular sport idol. So the media covers everything, they document the career, the event by event, match by match, and for very long time, okay, the endurance, the training that they go through, the bodily fitness. So this is how they become celebrities. Now social media driven biosocial networks, this is the second way in which democratization happens. The sharing of similar but not identical sufferings through circuits of mediated affect. So you are sharing your misery, glamour of misery, what is called, and brought in with the example of Oprah Winfrey, and everyone in the audience gets affected. So that affect is how democratization is working. These celebrity studies move beyond identifying celebrity power. So, it can be seen, but not in the way that it was used to be seen. Now, even if the power is temporarily limited, they just want that power for some time. It's not like they want to sustain with that power. The only agenda being they just want that limelight for a temporary period of time. This making of an affect-driven intimate public demonstrate not only celebrity power, but it also addresses suffering and victimhood, resistance, survival and triumph. These are part and parcel of the process of democratization. Now, with everyday life, the celebrity to become a celebrity, the speed has increased. So, in a way, speeding of celebrification has taken place dramatically, drastically, and it is the reason being the speed of internet. So, with the digital technologies and all, we see that nowadays instantly within seconds everything can become a news. That is speeding of celebrification. Um, so, there are various platforms through which it happens. They are basically through campaigns, through social medias, through Instagram, through blog posts, etc. For celebrities to emotionalize themselves, it is just a matter of time now. So, they can just come to the screen, or also sit at home, use their cell phones in order to shed some tears, and then it becomes very sensational. This celebrity activism also kind of, we see, on one hand humanizes the celebrity and it reinforces self-consciously the star status in the performance of activism also. So, some skepticism remains, and largely we see that one strand of thought is that it is rationalizing. What it is doing is it is rationalizing, and on the other it is also fundamentally depoliticizing at the same time. Now, the other strand argues against the commodification of politics. So, there is a star, for example, and that star decides to uh, feature in one of the political rallies. There is where the commodification of politics begins. So, because of the star stature, because of the kind of activism, because of the celebrity tag that person has or the fan following, ultimately it will become part and parcel of the political agenda as well, and they will garner votes. Now, other strands, as we just discussed, as the commodification of politics, there is also public shows with celebrities that evoke theme such as human rights and moral authority, and then they lend again to the larger political agendas. Now, democratization of public renown, how is it happening? It is happening through celebrity activism, where you see they share ideological and political commitment with people around the world and enabling communities of interest. So, communities of interest could be the political parties. There is something called celebrity capital and influencer celebrification. Now, what is the celebrity capital? Now, basically, for their stature as a celebrity, they endorse in brands and these brands pay them. So, first, the time that they are visible in the media is the celebrity capital, and through that, if they generate currency, that is the ultimate celebrity capital, which is actually adding to the celebrity capital. Now, the influencer celebrification, how does it take place? So, there is an influencer who is known just for being an influencer, no real talent. For example, the Kardashians, they began as just celebrities. What kind of celebrities? No one knows. What is their real work? What they actually do? So, for example, we have a lot of influencers nowadays who are turning into celebrity. Now, how is this happening? The digital age has given everyone, the individuals especially, a new pathway to not take the traditional way to become a celebrity, but there are different ways through media attention which can lead to promotional endeavors. Basically, advertisements, and through this social cultural currency referred to as celebrity capital, you get endorsements. So the traditional celebrities basically do not require any form of endorsement, but because they are celebrities, the companies often want a face for their brand, and they associate certain brands with certain faces. But with influencers, that is not the case, and through this they can, they generate currency. But it is very difficult for influencers to generate currency through celebrity capital. They have the celebrity capital. These celebrification of influencers is having through celebrity celebrity capital. But when we try to analyze these aspects, it becomes a little difficult. Difficult in the sense that the thin line now that remains between the traditional capital, traditional celebrity capital, and the influencer celebrification is getting thinner and thinner day by day. Now, research on the effectiveness of celebrity endorsements focuses primarily on celebrities who have garnered celebrity capital through institutional intermediaries. Now, what are these institutional intermediaries? These institutional intermediaries are basically through sports, television, music, and maybe other means. Now, in contrast, social media influencers, they don't have such kind of institutional intermediaries. So, what they do is that they kind of collab with each other, and that is how they they turn their cultural, their celebrity capital to endorsements, to currency. And therefore, Khamis, Ang and Welling have tried to study the effectiveness and the fluctuations of endorsement, like how in a streamline or in a pipeline they have the endorsements. How often do they get these endorsements? That is what they are intending to check, the effectiveness and the endorsement. Now, the traditional celebrity fame is sticking upon the personal achievement. So, as a sports person, as an actor, etc. Whereas influencer fame is to do with, or it is interwoven with, endorsement activities. So, these social media influencers, they do hauls, they do product review, and that is how they get paid partnerships with brand. The other way that we witness in advertising industries is that celebrities are both commodities and laborers, and both messages and messengers. So, in a way, they are promoting the brand awareness by harnessing their power over the media, their power over the people. And it then, Dyer and Gamson and Marshall are of the opinion that celebrities are not born, but they are produced. They are socially produced. It can be more true now because of the social media, that every day we see a new celebrity coming up, and the line of demarcation is diminishing between traditional celebrities and the social media celebrities. The product value of the celebrity lies in the ability to attract widespread attention. So, what is the product value of a product? It lies on the attention it gets. It lies on how much attention the celebrity can bring in. Now, another definition, or in fact a different definition of celebrity capital is, it says accumulated media visibility through recurring media representations, or broadly as recognizability. So, for example, it is not just the time, okay, that you get in social medias or the paparazzi or the journalists, but it is also being recognizable. So, you are going on a trip, and who recognizes you, or no one recognizes you, that is also something relevant to celebrity capital. If you are very famous in social media, but when you go outside and no one recognizes you, your celebrity capital is not worth it. That is the analysis, that is the analogy, and that is what is studied in celebrity studies. Now these influencers try to mirror the traditional celebrities. Now what they do is they kind of mimic the characters from films basically, but they add something which is very unique to them, and that helps them to garner the interest of the target audience. So people who are the fans of those traditional celebrities, when these social media influencers are kind of you know mimicking them or making videos of them in a very unique way, it is liked not just by their followers and fans, but also by the fans and followers of the real traditional celebrity. However, traditional celebrity is bound by highly controlled and curated media landscapes, which is not the case with social media stars. They do not they are not bound by the traditional brokers of celebrity attention, and that is giving rise to influencers. Influencers, they kind of cultivate as much attention as possible um, to become or generate celebrity capital in order to do that, and celebrification or the production and reproduction of celebrity. So this is what they are catering to, this is what they are intending to, this is what they are doing. In celebrity and media studies, we see that the celebrification process suggests celebrification encompassing the mediated interplay and negotiations between celebrities. So there is some sort of mediated interplay and negotiation happening between celebrities, their management, and various media platforms. This is also required in a way in order to undergo the process of celebrification. Celebrity capital can be gained and lost. There is something called decelebrification which can happen, and it is a process, it is not a status. And we see that the traditional celebrities are kind of the gatekeepers of media visibility, and they endorse things like red carpet, paparazzi, brands, advertisement endorsements, etc. Whereas these social media people, social media influencers do not require it. The new media landscape provides ample opportunities for attention. They can, everyday people to acquire celebrity capital. There are a lot of opportunities now available for the influencers to manage to get attention, and it also is about the access, construction of authenticity and consumable persona. And these characteristics of celebrification in the digital age, we see, have become very inaccessible in a way. So access to media attention is there, construction of authenticity is questionable. We initially discussed that it is become, and that is one of the key features of celebrification, that it is not authentic. There is something called proxy celebrity capital. Now what is this proxy celebrity capital? When there is a meme which is circulating and that meme has not been uploaded by the person to whom it belongs to, or it's not the person who intended to put it on social media to become viral, but on the contrary, what happens is that someone else uploaded it. Now this proxy celebrity capital or the fame that they get overnight also subsides after a point of time, and they are not able to encash or generate currency out of these proxy celebrity capital or the little fame that they got for initial amount of time, and that is why it is called proxy capital, proxy celebrity capital. Now this celebrity is no longer a binary, now it has become a continuum, and there are various platforms, and what these influencers, social influencers, are doing is they are making a crossover between Instagram famous, YouTube famous, Twitter famous. One person cannot just be famous in the YouTube and in the Instagram or in Twitter. they are crossing over, they are making the content available in all platforms, and this is how they are kind of building their own pathway towards celebrification. And it is also in a way increasing the diversity through overlapping. Now, there are many platforms that have emerged like TikTok, which is banned in India, then Facebook. Facebook is largely now an advertisement app. There was Vine, which has been eradicated. These apps also, or platforms also, experiment in many ways, and then it has evolved with time, and it is now, producing on demand content as well. These influencers and advertising practitioners have navigated this complex digital landscape. These platforms that we are using are actually a very complex digital landscape, and to fathom this is extremely important. People use social media to transform from micro celebrities to influencers, highly branded social media stars. These highly branded social media stars have now become very important in the domain of uh, largely what we call as social media. They are now become they have now become branded just like the traditional celebrities, because they have become so famous. They have become own brand, they have become a brand in themselves. Influencer celebrification, as we see, is defined as the process by which social media influencers acquire celebrity capital. Now, this has also already been discussed, how the celebrity ecology, which includes everything from advertisements to social media and the interconnectedness, brings in the influencer celebrification or lets it happen. The three types of practices: one is generative practice, the other is collaborative practice, and lastly evaluative practice, in a very small in a summarized way. Now, the first, which is the generative practice, says that it is influencers acquisition of celebrity capital. Influencers work tirelessly to build their following, that is attention labor, and then they develop a niche content that can extend beyond a single platform. So, the generative practice is in a way that they acquire some sort of celebrity capital through being more in these media platforms, and they are making their content in such a way that it can be cross distributed. It should not be linear, and the content also is very niche, very new and refreshing, which has not been created. Then there is advertising industry practitioners, which acts as talent scouts, and they bring in these influencers to have kind of a collaboration or paid partnership for their brands. The second is the collaborative practice. This collaborative practice expands the influencers' acquisition of celebrity capital by deepening connections between influencers, fans, and advertising industry. So, to enrich the relationship and to be in the domain of celebrity capital, they kind of have meetups with the fans, they go live, they use other modes and devices in order to uh, be very relevant to the people who are following. So that is how they kind of practice collaborative practices. They also at times collab with other social media influencers, and it is like patting at each other's back. Here, advertising industry practitioners act as a creative whole in influencers celebrification process, leveraging unexpected opportunities for the influencers. And the third, which is the evaluative practice. And evaluative practice, it acquires the celebrity capital by placing valuation. So, what is the value of a celebrity or influencer? How they are, kind of delivering meaning to the promotional value of a brand or product. So, it equates with the brand value of an influencer to the brand value of the product. So these influencers are appraised based on their ability to gain online community, buy-in for a brand partner, and evaluated by the reach of their content across porous social media borders. Here, advertising industry practitioners impact analysis influences celebrification process, assessing an influencer's relevance and potential for success. So, it is determined by the product or the brand that they are endorsing, and how many people are buying the product, how many people are using the coupon code, how many people are using the discounts of so and so influencers. That is what determines the effectiveness of the influencer, and that is what brings relevance and potential success for them.